Frame here with the latest updates. I apologise, I forgot to put in a scheduled broadcast notification, so I'm a couple of minutes late as well. I do apologise. We are the United States of the world. We are a cloud nation. We are on a mission to banish poverty. We're an emerging nation. We're doing pretty well. We've got our ups and downs, and I'll mention some of those as we get into what's happening today, or what has been happening today, because I'm here with the updates. Okay. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll be heading over there in a moment because that's where we get most of the comments. And as an emerging nation, we've been spending a lot of time putting in some really solid foundations, and we're now building our economy to strengthen our currency, its liquidity, and its value. And that'll benefit all members, because all our citizens, members, whatever we call them, get issued with free tokens, our currency, every month. And they're building those up in a stockpile, and they have the ability to withdraw them bit by bit every month. And the more they value goes up, the more wealth they're building in that account. And the more we'll be able to do with the tokens that we put on side for charity and things like that. At the moment, we've not been able to do anything with them because we've not got sufficient liquidity, but we will be working on that over the coming months and years, and hopefully we'll be able to contribute significantly in many areas where there is hardship. Okay, with that said, let me get over to Facebook and see what's going on in there. But before I go, let's have a look here, because if we've got YouTube people, we've got Deborah in here on YouTube from Southern Alabama, USA, and we've got Lewis in from Portugal, and we got Peter in as well from Portugal as well. But I'm going to get over to Facebook, and we will be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. I want to make sure my speakers are turned off so that we don't get feedback. And I'll be looking for the 20th. It is the 20th. It's got a 0 in the date. If you're in BitSports, it's the day that you move your P wallet balance into your T wallet balance. You can only do it when there's a 0 in the date. Okay, what have we got? We've got here 20th. So far, so good. I click to expand the comments up, and we've got Kingsley in from Manchester and Richard in from Devon, both in the UK, as I am also in the UK. I see reports in the news that a lot of people have been flooded, and a lot of wind and rain, and a lot of disaster going on in the UK. Fortunately, where we are in the North Cornwall, it's been relatively mild for this time of the year, and we've had a bit of wind and we've had a bit of rain, but nothing significant, and it's been quite pleasant, really. But all those that are in trouble, let's keep them in our prayers. Okay, we will be getting into our own little prayer in a moment, which is to help us find true happiness in life. Happiness can't be bought. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, you won't necessarily be happy. True happiness is that lasting happiness that stops you searching for something. I'm not saying it takes away your ambition or anything like that, but it takes away that wondering what we're here for, what's the purpose in life, what else do I need? I've got all these houses and cars and boats and clothes, and and yet I still feel I need something, and it's that true happiness that can only be found through loving service to others. And so our little prayer is there to help us achieve that true happiness. And when we do, we find that all those other things that we want in our life will start flowing to us automatically. Okay, we'll follow the prayer with short affirmation, and that is to help us maintain a non-separatist ideology within our nation. What does that mean? It means that we don't separate people into pigeonholes based on how old they are, how fat they are, how thin they are, how um, educated they are, how wealthy they are, or how poor they are, how, nothing. It doesn't matter. Gender, colour, creed, class, none of it matters. It's all superficial. We just see everybody as a human being, and we recognise that every human being is unique, so has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. And that is a non-separatist ideology, and it's a beautiful way to live your life. And if everybody lived in that way, um, there wouldn't be any hardship or discomfort in the world. It would be a wonderful, loving place to be in, and it usually is anyway. Within your community, you always feel that, generally speaking, the people you meet are good people, and they always say hi, and you know. Um, but the overall perception uh, that's put out there by the media and everything else is how bad things are, and what disasters we have. And there are wars going on, of course, which and are never good, but they tend to be pretty constant throughout all of history. There's always been wars going on somewhere. I'm not sure how many days in the last century have been without war, but it's probably less than 5 or 6. I don't know. There's always some conflict going on somewhere. Okay, I see we've got Norman in from Doncaster as well, and Bozina in from Edinburgh. So let's get on now with that prayer and then the affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been going on, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the little affirmation we have goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Right. Um, First of all, the news that I got this morning was from one of our third-party plans, Vortic United. They've been going through some struggles and things, and the good part of the message today was that they're not running away anywhere. They are in the process of putting everything right, pulling back the losses that they've incurred, and getting to a point where they will be able to repay everybody the balance that they have in their account. The bad news is they're not going to be able to do it till next June. The 1st of June is when they're forecasting that will be available. Um, but it's better than them running off and saying, "Okay, it didn't work. I'm out of here. Good, do whatever you want. Uh, your money's gone." Um, there will be lots of people that are not happy with that. I'm not sure that anybody's going to be happy with that. I'm not sure that even Jensen is going to be happy with that, and he's the CEO. But there are times when you have to just take a realistic look at things and say, okay, um, this is how we put things right. Whether people like it or not, we have to go through this situation and come out eventually on top. And if it takes till next June, the 1st of June, well, that's it. There's nothing much we can do about it if it's going to take that long to restore things. We can pray that it may happen faster. If they have particularly good trading and this sort of thing, then maybe it will. But that is the forecast at the moment. There are people that say, what's going to happen if, because people aren't going to invest in it if there are no withdrawals and it's not going to get paid out until June. And if it was a Ponzi, they would need more people to come in just to sustain things. If it's not a Ponzi, if it is genuine trading, made losses, they still have funds to trade with, and they can then do their trading and build those funds up to the level where they should have been and continue. It's not dependent on people bringing more money in. So the signs are that it isn't a Ponzi and it will be recovered through trading, and it's just going to take a while. A similar situation occurred in AAS, and they're back now trading, and they are back now adding small percentages into people's wallets. And I think some countries are already enabled with withdrawals, but not all countries. I know that we can't withdraw. So that's AAS and Vortic in similar situations. AAS probably been now 3, 4 months. I don't know. By the time we get done with the AAS, that'll be almost 12 months, I think. But if it takes that long and you come out winning, that's good. It's a lot better than people just shutting the website down and disappearing and running away from or hiding away, whatever. So that's the situation with Vortic. Count it as a blessing and don't expect more than they offer. If you get more, then great. We'll have to wait and see what happens with it. But don't get upset about it. Be grateful that at least they are working towards a resolution. So that's the first bit of news that I got this morning. I thought, wow, until next June. Wow. However, that is what it is. The next thing that happened was we got hold of Max, and he says it will. He'll be completing what we need, the bits and pieces that he didn't do within the next couple of days. There was a bit of a misunderstanding in the specification of what he was required to do. And I've agreed to pay him a little bit more. So we are going to get it. He said it'll be done within a couple of days. Deviani said it will then take a day for her to do the final checkings and get it uploaded. And then exchange page would be there. So that, I suppose, is good news, isn't it? Um, then we got to paying out people that have requested payments from their available cash wallet, and I go to Binance and hit with a message saying that I'm blocked. I don't know whether you can post pictures in here. Can you put a picture in here? I don't know whether you can. Can I? Let me. Have I got a picture of it? I think I took a screenshot of it. Let me see if I've got it. Where? If I can find it, we can probably do a screenshot or a screen share or whatever. I can't find it. Okay. I need to find it to tell you what it says. Just bear with me a bit longer. I'm sure I put it in here. No, can't find it. Where's my Binance account? So I can get it from there. It should come up in there. There we go. I'll just copy the text and I can paste that into the comments here. And I'll do it in YouTube as well. Okay. Right. Let me get back to Facebook. I see we've got Andrew in from New Zealand as well. He's in Auckland in New Zealand. Good morning to Andrew. It's felt like Saturday all day to me. I think I've been mentally in New Zealand there with you, Andrew. Okay. It is only Friday, of course. But basically, Binance have blocked my withdrawals completely. I've been going through a process trying to get them to accept the fact that I am who I am. They accepted that originally. I live where I live. They accepted that originally. And what I've had problems with is them accepting where the funds come from the account. And I've shown them from Beyond Infinity, I've shown them from Vortic, I've shown them from Coin Payments, I've shown them from Now Payments, I've shown them from my bank account, I've shown them all these places. They've asked for videos proving that I log in and it's got my name on it. And I don't know why that happened either. Hopefully, it didn't stop the broadcast, but good job I was in Facebook because that's where I noticed it had gone missing. Okay. It's a pain, but it's more than a pain because we can't get at the funds that are in there. I can't pay out what I can't get at. We do have limited funds. I've got a little bit in Atomic Wallet. It's only a couple of $100, I think. But I've not been able to pull lots of funds out of Binance. They've restricted it for a while, and now they've blocked it completely. I can't pull out anything. So I've not been able to pay people, and that upsets me. because I know there's people that need payment, and but I don't know what can I do? What can I do? I have tried to get in touch with them. I've submitted documents and things again, and I've asked them to give me a phone call so we can get it sorted out. I mean, it says something about irregular activity. There's no irregular activity. Your account has been blocked due to unusual activity being detected. There's no unusual activity. It's the same thing that we've been doing since I had the account for years. It's what's unusual about doing the same thing? Um, no doubt, one way or another, it will eventually get solved, but I don't know when, and I don't know how at this moment in time. So we've lost access to the funds we have, which were depleted anyway because funds disappeared before I withdrew any money from funds, and we'd paid out people that were in the funds club from our balance. Vortic is not paying out and not likely to pay out anything till next June, and that is like over 500 a day, purely in the percentage commissions on what people are earning, without any of our own investments. It basically means we've got no cash flow. It won't affect anything that is commission based. It won't affect um, the Easy Business Builder, the SOAP program, Poverty Crusher. It won't affect the new program, the launch, because these are commission based. And we don't need to access Binance funds for those, because as money comes in, I'll make sure it can go into Binance. I've been talking with Nexo. I had an account with Nexo for many, many years, longer than Binance, but I've not used it that much because it's a great way to change your crypto into fiat and get it into your bank account. Nexo is very good at doing that, but you start doing it too much and you tend to get blocked. But I've been talking to Nexo today. I've said, look, this is where we are. We've got this. We've got this uh, website. This is what we do. This is the problem we've got with crypto. Can we use you? Are you going to do the same? Are you going to block us? And I've done some extra verification with them today, and they have cleared me, and they say, yeah, you're okay for everything. Now, I've had this before with Zappo, Wirex, um, and others, and it's always gone awry. I'm going to contact somebody I know that is making millions in cryptocurrency. See what he's using and see what he can suggest. Kraken is another one we got kicked out. Um, Nexo say we're good, but we haven't got the funds. We do have funds in our trading account. We can't pull those out because then we've got no leverage to trade with. We've not got that much anyway because we've spent a year learning to trade basically, and we are not even back where we started. We're still a little bit down on where we started from a year ago. So that isn't going to have any massive impact on our cash flow at the moment. There are programs that we're in that look like they're going to do okay. Beyond Infinity, ITP, um, There's Cryptex may pay out, but that's another couple of years down the line, 3 years down the line. Beyond Infinity isn't gonna pay out any significant amounts for another couple of years. Um, EF fund, we don't have much in there. Well, we have sort of rolling thing going in for that founder position, but we don't know how it's gonna work until that starts paying out, and that doesn't start paying out until I think it's early November, if all goes well with that. We are in a situation where we can't sustain payments for anything that is not commission based. Once we get this Binance thing sorted out, and this has been ongoing for weeks and weeks, maybe months. I think it is months. Um, we will get the funds that we have in Binance, but we still need to generate funds, and so we're going to have to take some action as well. I've not decided exactly what yet, but what I have done is I've instructed everybody to make sure that nobody else can get into the secondary staking or the stable staking. We can't have more people coming in. We're going to struggle to sort out the people that are in. Uh, We're not going anywhere. We will always be here, and we will always make sure that you don't lose money through being a citizen of We Share Abundance. But those staking programs, I don't see any way we can pay. We can probably sustain. In fact, I'm pretty sure we can sustain the shareholder program, and we'll do what we can to build on that. If we get AAS back at the level that it should be at, 1.65% a day, or slightly better, when Vortic comes back online with whatever it has to offer, but those could still both be 6 or 8 months away from doing anything. It may be that we're gonna have to pause things. It may be that other things will happen that will help us. So what other things can happen that can help us? Well, we've got good news from the ROI Tips campaign. I'm gonna, although I'll just read it to you. But basically, we're getting nearer with the, uh, let me find it. Here we go. I'm saying here we go. I can't see what it says. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And it says, hi. Oh, it says good day, actually. After thoroughly optimizing the new campaign, we keep one winning answer with an average cost per lead of $6, £6.24. Please note that this ad set also has two remaining active ads with costs per lead of £5.51 and £4.91. This indicates that the budget is currently concentrated on the remaining ads. And if we continue to see consistent results by next week, our cost per lead should improve. And once you get a winning campaign, the cost per leads can be optimized. In fact, Facebook will help you optimize the campaign as well. But that's still high, even if we get it down at like 4.91. They're talking about pounds, so you know that's still $6. um, and we're going to struggle at $6. But if we can get that campaign up and running and working and generating income like it should do, then um, where's Facebook on? Then that could be a good source of funds that should produce significant income. The games website, once we get that up and running, it's not going to produce a lot immediately, which should produce income pretty quickly. It will take a while for it to build up into significant income, but as it builds, it will build into highly significant. So, and these two things will be in our control, not so much the Facebook ads, but once we get a cost per lead at a good level, we can then take control of that, that advertising. But the Fun Miracle site will be totally within our control. The problem we've had with putting investments out is that, spread the risk, if you like, between funds, CoinMarketBull, and Vortic. We had three things that looked pretty good on the face of it. CoinMarketBull, we knew was risky, but we'd got funds which looked really solid, and we got Vortic, which looked really solid. Of course, CoinMarketBull disappeared, funds followed it, and now Vortic's gone. So our risk spreading wasn't spread far enough. We have a situation which we're facing, we've got to look at, but the more we can bring in-house, the more we have control over it. And on Miracle's website, the new program, the Sevens program, the new model that we'll be putting up there, all these things are in our control. Our own trading is in our control, but we are novices. It's not good enough yet to do to bank on. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure that over a period of time, we will get to a point where we'll be doing pretty well with our own trading. But we're also getting into a part of the year now where the trading is going to virtually stop. Once you get into the middle of November, it stops until the middle of January. It doesn't stop. You can trade, but it's so risky because there is so little volume. Fluctuations can be violent, a bit like crypto trading. And our trading is based in forex and commodities, which is a lot more stable than crypto trading. Crypto trading, you can make an awful lot of money very quickly, but anything that you can make a lot of money in quickly can go the other way as well. So we're in this, and we are looking at it, and we will be coming up with solutions. But in the meantime, as I said, I have had to stop anybody else getting into the staking programs. We might get to a point where we say, okay, we're going to do this with these staking programs to make sure that everybody that was in them comes out with some sort of profit. Fortunately, the people that were in the funds club and in the 10K club all broken even. They've all had, in fact, funds I think showed a profit. The Vortic, you've had back what you put in. If it all comes back in 8 months' time or whatever it is, then we'll just continue with it as though it had never stopped. We'll have to wait and see exactly how they restructure things. It's all a bit vague at the moment. And I'm sorry, I'm a bit vague as well, but I've not had much time based on the events to really get to work on it. The launch of the 777 plan is going well. We've not got a load of people in at the moment, but I believe it will do well, and I am going to be talking with um, a professional video company that does sites for example, the Live Good site was produced by this company and various other sites that you'll see out there. They do all the videos and the graphics and things. So we are in the process of booking a call with um, with that company. I'm speaking. I've already been speaking through email with the CEO because I think that will boost that as well. And of course, that will boost um, our income as well. And that once again, that's in our control. We need to bring as much as we can within our control so that we've got everything that we need that we can cater for within our control. We cannot rely on a third party plan. That is the long and short of it. We have to do everything ourselves, and then we know that it's going to be there and around and produce whatever we need. And so we'll be looking at different ways of doing that as well. Anything then that we make from third party plans will be a bonus, and it'll just help us and boost everything else that we're doing. That pretty much covers it. We've got the raffle as well. If the raffle goes well, that's not going to be available by the end of next week, I don't think. It's going to be maybe sometime in the week following that. I've been talking with Deviani about it. She reckons she's got about another 6 days work on that to get that all done. I'm not sure how that will work, whether it'll do well or not. We'll have to just wait and see. But the potential is there to uh, bring a bit of excitement in, do a bit of good for charity, and bring a little bit of income in for admin. And if it does well, the prizes will keep increasing, and that will increase the interest in what we're doing. And of course, there is a good commission plan linked to it. 25% commission on selling a raffle ticket is pretty much unheard of. So that's something else. And that, once again, is in-house. It may work, it may not. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, um, or if it doesn't make money for us anyway, I think we can probably get it running to the point where we can break even on it. No matter what sort of price level we put out, we can gradually build that up till we're breaking even. But to actually be making profit from it, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. I've got community standards come up here. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether Facebook's saying that Binance is outside community standards or something. I don't know. Anyway, not to worry. That's where we are. I can give you the numbers for today as well. As I say, we can handle with what we have internally the shareholder plan, and that is very important because that is going to be our cornerstone for growth and for helping us in that mission to banish poverty. We can't banish poverty by giving people money. It'll help them get through difficult situations, and they need the money, and I know that. But we can only banish poverty through the education that they'll gain through that shareholder program. And that, if we can spread that message and that mindset then that is how we'll banish poverty, not through giving handouts to people, whether it's considered a handout or earned income or whatever it is. It's not going to change people's situation. But the education behind that program is what's going to change the world. Okay. Numbers. We had a net decrease of 39. That's the biggest net decrease we've had for a while in our registered members to 40,502. We had a net, no, not a net increase, just an increase of 24 in our active members to 4,532. This is over yesterday because I did manage to squeeze those figures out yesterday. The multiply week is over 2 days because I didn't give you any numbers for them yesterday. But we had 2 new email verified members and no change in the number of members that have bought advertising there. But the bonus pool has gone up by $2 to $10,256.58. And that is from our logging in to the account and claiming our revenue share. Over there. So that's it. There's some good news. The good news is AAS and Vortic seem to have responsible CEOs. Okay, you may not like what they've done. You may not be happy with what they've done, but they're around and they're trying to fix things. The bad news, the biggest bad news really, is we can't get at the money we've got in Binance. And I honestly don't know what I can do to more than I've done in the past. And today when I went, because it says that you can appeal this by clicking here, I don't know whether that shows in the, yeah, it does, it shows in the following link, which is all the verification stuff, and they've wiped out my personal verification and my address verification, so I've had to go through that again. Which previously had been accepted. It was all ticked off. All that we needed to do was show where the funds came from. We've done it. But we've got a blocked account. I don't know. It's frustrating, let's put it that way. But that's where we are. But we will overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're keeping on our path. We will win, regardless of what the world throws at us, and we'll come out stronger. We'll come out stronger because we will, from necessity, bring everything in-house. The mob will do well once we get that up. It shouldn't take to get it up in an ishful way because I'll use a standard. I'll either use Shopify or WooCommerce. I prefer WooCommerce because I've got a vague idea of how it works. Not good on it, but we'll put that in first of all, and we'll get some items on that we can drop ship to people, and we'll mark them up at much less than most people are marking up. I mean, most people are marking up dropship items literally 3, 4, 500% and more. We'll see some that are 10 times. We will put an honest markup on, around about 30%. It's got to be 30% so that 10% for me, or not for me, but for We Share Abundance, 10% for whoever refers the buyer to the mall, and 10% for whoever referred the person that referred the buyer to the mall. And it's a win-win-win situation. And as we get putting through bigger volumes in the mall, of course, the income from that will come through. And when you think about the Beyond Infinity cars that will be coming through into that mall, um, we should be able to make good profits from the mall in all areas, and gain traffic for the website and get new members. And the more we bring in, the more we have control over. It doesn't matter how good something looks on the outside, you never know, because you don't have the insight into what's going on behind the scenes, what's happened, and there is no control there. You're just at their mercy, really. So it'll bring us stronger because we will bring and develop everything that we need internally within our nation, and then anything from, I would say, from outside that works and comes off will be a bonus. That's it from me for today. I don't think there are any questions that I've seen, but I will check in the app here. No, not not seeing any more questions. So thank you all for being here. God bless you. Take heart from the good points, and everything is going to be stronger and better. And it may take a little bit more time. It doesn't matter. We're here for generations. God bless you all. Get out there and do what you can. Promote the 777 plan. I was going to get, or I was hoping to get, or I'd intended to get a potential income um, video done. Just not been able to with everything else that's been going on. My apologies, but we will get everything done as much as we can. God bless you all. And I'll see you all same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, I'll see you later, alligator. Yeah, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile.